television and stuff.
Yep.
How do you feel when like there's shows coming on there? Because I guess you have like editing like episodes or shows there. How do you think? I think there's gonna be a lot more traction towards Tubi as the more shows coming in.
Absolutely. Because this is how I look at it. Honestly, I feel like a lot of Hold on, my bad. I'm trying to set something up. There we go. Okay, yeah, I feel like a lot of TV networks. This is the problem with TV networks. They rely too much on control, and it's too many steps, and it's just a lot going on that the regular person, the average person, is just not going to have access to, especially money wise, location wise, just everything. It's inconvenient. So the reason why places like, not even just Tubi, YouTube as well, the reason why YouTube is so popular, Tubi is so popular, is because it gives the person their autonomy back and the independence, and they can do their own content, their own films, and still get just as much traction and publicity as a major like Hollywood or something. I feel like those are definitely going to take over. Like, they're already taking. YouTube made more money than Netflix last year. Like, they made like they made like 65 million or billion or something. Netflix only made 45. I know they made 20 million or whatever more than Netflix. So the independent game is where it's at, and what I'm scared of is eventually everything good goes away. So people have always slipped on YouTube, which I've never done because I always thought YouTube was the superior platform. And now that Tubi is also there, that's why I'm looking at Tubi now, because that's just another platform that I can independently make my own content with. So whatever allows you to have autonomy with your work is exactly where you need to be at. That's how I look at it.
That's very true. And like, have the autonomy plus being adaptive and opens doors so you can be flexible and just more, it helps you be more creative with your content.
Exactly.
Yes, sir. All right, I got everything ready here. I'm ready when you are.
Let me check one more last audio tech. Let me check.
Quick,
and I'll be good. Hold on. Let me see. You can still hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see.
The cheapest LLC almost always ends up costing the most. A lot of LLCs.
Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I'm good.
Awesome.
Let's do it.
And
This meeting is being recorded.
all right. Listeners, welcome back to Just Chat with Drew. Today's guest is a rising force in the film and media world. From working with major platforms like ESPN, HBO, and Apple TV, to directing his own feature film, The Guilty Conscience. He's a storyteller, entrepreneur, and creative visionary, building his impact both on screen and online. So, let's welcome filmmaker and multimedia production lead, Darius Timur.
Thank you. I love that intro. That's crazy.
Thank you. I literally just wrote down a few highlights about you. You know, it's pretty awesome. How you been?
I've been good. Thank you. Yeah, it's good to talk to you. I'm excited for this. I've been waiting for this, so I'm just ready to talk.
Yeah, for this one that don't know, we had like a back and forth of like, I'm available here. Are you available?
Right.
Yeah. Okay, I gotta change this. Okay, are you available this thing? Okay, I got you. It's been a lot, a roller coaster. But I guess you start us off with like what got you into filmmaking, because a lot of people have different stories of like want to create cool films, want to act in it. What got you started?
For me, it's YouTube. I was one of those YouTube kids. Like it's funny because I'm 25 now, and YouTube became popular, became a thing in 2005, and just got popular more and more throughout the years. So I grew up with YouTube, just watching YouTube content, and it's like something about me when I was watching it. I just like it just clicked in my
It
head, and
clicked.
I was just like, this is really cool. I see they're making a lot of money, and I could make a lot of money doing something that I really enjoy doing. And I've always liked watching movies with my family. So YouTube would just made sense. It was like I have a place where I can personally make my own content and get paid for it. So that's what started everything for me.
Dang. And like I see how YouTube has grown a lot from I probably am dating myself. Back in my day, you know, we had a few videos, cat videos, stick fight videos, Smosh, PewDiePie type one.
See?
Now you have everyone's trying to be like in your face and like engaging stuff that gets you like in the shorts reel and get popular.
Exactly.
From your experience, like you've seen creators have like this shift of like changing always with YouTube, and then you see like creators get burnout. I think what is your best take on like trying to turn, I guess, burnout into creativity and then actually profit from that? Because I think that's the really hard part.
Yeah, that's actually a great point because burnout is a real thing. I've experienced it myself, and I'm not even as into everything as I could be compared to some of these other people who have done amazing things. And I've already experienced burnout, but it's real. It's like because you have to really think, it's not just about doing what you want to do. Like YouTube and content creation is really a science. It's like you have to really understand psychology of people. You have to understand the psychology of the algorithm, like the mathematics of that, the algorithm, the audience, yourself, what you're willing to do, how much time you're willing to do. Then finances come into it. Then if you're in school, that comes into it. You have to balance relationships if you have a girlfriend or a partner or whatever. It's like you have to balance everything and still manage to come on camera and make good videos and be energetic. Because even if you figure out a balance, but then you turn on the camera, you're sitting there like, hey guys, how did you like, your audience is gonna notice that and they're gonna lose interest, because that happened to me before. Like I used to be energetic, jumping around and being crazy, and then I got so tired to the point where I really was just on camera, like, what's up? And then I watched those videos back, and I was just like, this isn't good content. So I had to like take a step back and just refocus.
Yeah, definitely. Like I've seen a bunch of content creators talk about like that fatigue too, and it sucks because they have that sparks from when they started, and then like 5 years later, they just like, can I find that spark again?
Yeah.
And I guess that's true for like everyday like jobs and stuff. Like you really want to find that spark and keep it going,
up,
you know, like keep it up. Yeah, because I'm looking at it where like, yeah, you treat it as a business for one, but then you also want to treat it as like a hobby, and then you want to have fun with it, and then you also want to have breaks. So juggling that, it's a lot on one's plate, and definitely early on, no one breaks you down for it.
Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, like social media is not for everybody. I can say that. And then even mentality, like me personally, I don't care about hate comments because I find them funny and I like to troll and like engage back. But the people online really say some crazy things. So
they do, yeah. So, they just so bored and be like, Darius, how dare he said this, bro?
Yeah.
Hate this man.
Like I just be like, damn, bro, what I do? So it's like, if you can't handle that, you can't be here. You just can't.
For real. So I guess take us from when YouTubing went to like cinematography and film. How did that shift work for you? Because that transition alone is big, and I guess very competitive because everyone wants to take a bite at the.
I would say the way it happened, honestly, the way it happened was kind of like all God, like 100% God. Like that's the best way to describe it. Because, all right, so this is the method. This is the method I used.
Okay, the Darius.
Yeah. Everyone has their own method. This is my method. I look at everything as yearly game plans. Like every year I need to be doing something different. I need to learn something new. I need to focus on a new skill. I need to accomplish something each year. So from 2018 to 2020, I was studying what people want to see. How am I on camera? How do I change how I am on camera? What do I need to improve on to make my content and resonate with the audience? That was the first 2 years of my content journey. 2020, I was focused on networking and like observing really. Yeah, just observing, like working with professionals, working with my professor. He brought me on set as he saw my content and he liked what I was doing, so he basically invited me to help him with his film crew stuff, be on his set, and I was just observing everything from the way he managed his team, from the way he managed his gear, from the way he loaded his gear, from the way he cleaned his gear, from the way he talked to clients, from the way they handled everything, like feeding the crew, per diems. I didn't even know what per diem meant back then. Like I paid attention to literally everything. So I got that. Cool. 2021 to 2023 was still me just basically still figuring out the content strategy, what works, what doesn't work. How do I like monetize that? I got monetized in 2022. So that's basically figuring out what works. Yeah. And so when I figured out how to make money off it, I was like, okay, cool. Now I need to figure out how to replicate this. So I was just basically kept playing with what works, what doesn't, what works, what doesn't. When I figured out what worked, I just ran with it until it stopped working. And then and that stopped working because YouTube copyright claims, which I can talk about for days, but that's something different. But yeah, it's copyright. That just blew me. But so once that happened, I had to adjust again. 2024, I decided I need to become a cinematographer. So that way, because throughout making skits in college, everyone always told me they love the story, they love the films, but everyone's always said the same thing. The production quality could be better. The production this, the production that. This was a great film, but the camera, this was a great film. And I always knew that, but also I was focused on editing during that time too, during the college days. So I didn't care too much about the camera stuff because I was like, as long as I can get a good story out and edit it nice, that's good for now. But since everyone was talking about the lighting, the camera, this, that, I was like, the audio, I was like, okay, let's get serious now. So 2024, I met this woman named Stacy Finner. She wrote a book series called Commandments of a Female Hustler. I offered myself, I pitched myself. I seen that she was having an issue with film crews. So as a one-man film crew, I was like, this is a perfect training arc. Let's go become a cinematographer. So I basically I took on, you know what I'm saying? I took on the whole project, filmed the whole thing, directed it with her. We were co-directing it, filmed the whole thing, edited the whole thing. I even met a cool editor while working on that project who helps me with my projects now. So that basically taught me everything about cinematography, lighting, audio, all that. Because it was 10 40-minute episodes. So imagine that's basically 10 short films in 1 year. We started it in January 2024, finished it January 2025. So within 12 months, filmed 10 short films, created the full series, and had it out there on YouTube, which is now on Tubi. That was the best training I could have got because it taught me everything about sound, lighting, and camera work and directing all in 1 year. So that basically, like from what I was here in 2023 to what I became in 2020, by the end of 2024, it was like night and day. So, then from there, I was like, I made a short film right before Commandments came out, but it was also still bad quality and everything. So it was cool. It was a good 40-minute short film, but it wasn't what I wanted to like really show my skills. So now 2025 happened, Commandments is out. I bought the best gear I could get. I have a FX3, Sony FX3, amazing camera. I bought the best microphone I could get, the best lights. I also networked with a whole community of people. So now I actually have my own film crew who all came. I had a 30-person film crew, and we all put together this movie, Guilty Conscience, which is the one premiering later this year. And I wrote it, directed it, produced it, acted in it. That's my pinnacle of everything I've done is going to be shown right here in Guilty Conscience. That's how I look at it.
Oh my days. That is a powerhouse story, man. I definitely want to talk about that because I've seen when you told me like it's grown so much from like high school to now, and of course like you're proud of how you've done, right? But I'm looking at this like, yo, imagine how much more can you do in like 2 years now.
Exactly. Exactly.
Suicide now, and they're like, oh man, you can do it in a year. What makes you think I can't do it? 6 months.
Bro,
Very inspiring.
Thank you, bro. And I tell you, you could do so much if you really lock in on it. Because now I currently work at this nonprofit called Creative Works, where I'm actually at right now. I'm on my break, but I was talking to one of my apprentices the other day, and I was like, because he wants to be a camera person, like he literally wants to be dedicated to like cameras. So I was like, you should be a director of photography. Me, I only learned camera work to make my films better. But I personally, if I never have to touch a camera, I will never touch a camera. So I was telling him how you could be better than me easily if you just lock in. And he wasn't like he didn't get it. And I'm like, bro, if you really lock in and this is what you want to do, like I'm focused on directing and producing. You're focused on cameras. There's no reason why I should be a better camera person than you by next year. Like there's no reason for that.
That's true. It comes down the line with like if you really want to do it and you actually want to show how much you can learn from it.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
If you put in the work behind it, and granted, it's always whether it's like hard work, piece of work. As long as you get it done, it's gonna be fine.
Mm-hmm.
I want to touch on your film, Guilty Conscience, because this film, I want to say, sounds powerful. Mm. What personal experiences or messages that inspired you to tell a particular story like Guilty Conscience without spoiling the story?
Okay. I'm gonna be completely honest. It's not as deep as you might think. so this is the background behind Guilty Conscience. Back in, I always wanted to. It's funny that you mentioned Smosh actually, because they're the reason I even started my film journey. It's because I was a huge fan of Smosh. So basically, yeah. So I remember I watched a Smosh video. Well, first I watched an Eminem video, which was actually called Guilty Conscience. That's the name of the song. You ever heard of it?
Yeah. Okay.
Uh-huh. Yep. So the premise of the music video is like Dr. Dre is like the good angel and Eminem is the devil, and they're basically rapping in people's ears, like influencing them. I saw that and I was like, this is a really cool concept. Then I saw Smosh recreate that same video, but talking about like Netflix. And I was like, they just took something that I wanted to do and did it. So I'm like, everything's lining up because Eminem at the time was one of my favorite rappers. Smosh was my favorite content creators. I liked the idea. I just seen both of them do it. So I was already like imagining it, like dreaming about it. And now I'm like, nah, I have to do it because I'm like, right. So I just started writing. And at the time, I didn't really spend much time on pre-production and all that. I kind of just had an idea and be like, let's go film it. That's basically how I used to always be. So I did the same thing with my friend Hitman. His name is Hitman Fitness on all platforms. He's an actor, boxing coach. He's this really big dude that just looks crazy, but he's the perfect actor for this film. so I hit up Hitman and I was like, I want you to make this 4-part web series with me. Each episode was like 2 to 5 minutes. It was 4 episodes, and at the end of each episode, we basically let the comments decide what would happen. So I don't know if you ever played The Walking Dead or anything or Heavy Rain, stuff like that. Yeah, like the decision-based games. It was something like that. So every time the video would end, like episode 1 ended, Hitman basically strangled somebody, and then the comments, like a question popped up. It was like, what will Hitman do next? Will he keep doing messed up stuff, or will he like turn himself in? So I was allowing the audience to be like the angel and the devil, basically. I'm like, is he gonna be bad or good? And the audience obviously was like, do more bad stuff, like get active, like so that's where the story progressed. Yeah. So that happened. 4 episodes happened. Everybody loved it, and then I was like, within 4 months, we basically wrote a 40-minute script, and we just added on to that story. And by the end of 2023, there was a 40-minute version of Guilty Conscience, which was like the original story. That's the one that happened before Commencement Female Hustler. And that was like my first real short film. And I liked it. Everybody loved it. It was a great premiere. We had like 2,000 views in the first like few days or something. It was great. But again, the quality wasn't there because I just picked up a camera and was like, let's go film this. So ever since that day happened, I locked in full pre-production, full script writing, full storyboarding, full shot list, learned the best gear to get, met the best people. I went and networked with everybody on different sets, just finding the best pieces to make the perfect movie. And that's what we have now with the revamped Guilty Conscience, the new one.
The new one.
Yeah.
The new one. Okay, definitely.
Mhm.
For this one, I guess since it's about like like the angel side and like devil side, I guess everyone has to have that moment where like they had guilty conscience, like, oh, I gotta do this. I
Mhm.
really want to try that for the plot.
Mhm.
Can you relate to anything like that for some of that experience, like the guilty conscience side? Where, yeah, this is the right thing to do. But I see where this other side's better.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be bad, but it's just like, may not be like supposed to be right.
I'd say, have I experienced that in person, in real life, like in personal life?
Yeah, have you
For sure, yeah. Yeah, that's a regular Tuesday for me. but yeah, yeah, that's common.
I've definitely seen that. I've seen that Eminem, but we've seen that a lot in like movies and commentary. Those cartoons and stuff like that. But it's interesting because like you really have to like look at it from both sides too, and it just also reflects like how you are as a person.
Yeah.
And now what I'm seeing, like how you really take two inspirations and then just like pull that to your own. A lot of people.
Yeah.
I always tell people they see that and they're like, hey, I can do that for myself, and then they fail and then they want to try again and fail again. What kept you like, I guess, bouncing right back after like the failure and ending? Because some people like to stop at the second failure or third failure.
Oh no, I've had plenty of failures. If I could, this whole podcast could be about the failures of Guilty Conscience. Like it's crazy. It's just, I'll give you a little example of why I keep going and stuff that hold me back. So basically, one, this all goes back to when I was 13 years old watching Smosh. Like I just decided I want to be a YouTuber. Literally, that's the number one driving factor. I was like, I am doing this. I want to make videos and I want to get paid to do it. Simple. Nothing can change my mind, like at all. Even when I tried to let it change my mind, like in quarantine, I was sitting there sometimes like, I'm not going to make videos. And all I would do is sit there and think about making videos. So that told me, it was like, okay, you're making videos for it forever. That's the goal. Like nothing I do will change that because that's what I like to do. So that's the first thing. And now when it comes to setbacks, plenty of setbacks. There's been times where we would decide, I would rent out a spot, pay like $400, $300, tell my cast and crew, hey, show up at this time on this day so we can film this scene. The day of, just ghost me. Or the day before, oh, I can't do it anymore. Or 3 people broke their foot. Like, I'm in a boot right now. Like, I broke my foot filming. One of my actors broke her foot filming. Another one got into a car accident and ruptured his femur while filming. Like, 3 of us became disabled while filming this movie. And we still filmed it. Like, when I tell you, every time we filmed, I knew there was going to be some type of BS. So I mentally prepared myself. After the second day, I was like, I just knew how this was going to go. So I was like, I'm not even about to cry about it, get mad about it. Every time, I just basically started making contingencies for everything. I was like, okay, so if I schedule 3 people to come in and act today, I'm basically going to have a backup script where this person isn't a part of the film anymore, and we basically can do it by ourselves. So basically, I would just manipulate the script. So the whole script that we actually filmed is nothing like the original that I wanted the story to be like. I changed the story like 15 times because I'm like, the biggest issue with a lot of films, even if it's not the filmmaker's fault, stuff happens and then they can't film it and then it gets pushed back for 3 months, 4 months, a year goes by, never gets made. I was like, we're not doing that. This film is going to be made on this schedule no matter what we do, whether you're a part of it or not. Even if you show up for one scene and then you disappear, well, I'm going to just figure out some way to write you out of the story or something because it just has to go on. So that's just how we carried it.
And I definitely make a valid point because as someone who directs, produces, and edits, you have to make that balance for contingencies, storytelling. 3 people injured,
including the yeah.
no matter what happens, get the job done, get the story out there.
Yeah, because they've been waiting for, mind you, the first one came out in 2023. I stopped working on Guilty Conscience to make Commandments in 2024. So, and then 2025 was making the new one. So it's 2026 now. It's been 3 years. So for the past 3 years, people have been waiting to see what happens, basically. Because I got them hype about it 3 years ago, and I've been promoting it for 3 years straight. So people, I can't just not do it. They'll be like, "Where's the movie?" Yeah, yeah. Yeah, right. So, but I kind of like that too, because how I I'm kind of like, you know how a lot of people are like, don't tell you what your business because, and they just pop out with success. I'm the opposite. I'm like, I'm gonna say everything that I'm gonna do publicly. So if I don't do it, all y'all will ridicule and cook me, and it will force me to do it, basically. So that's how I do everything. It's like I'm telling all my plans, and I just gotta do it, or else I'm just a lying, like, like, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I guess not a lot of people would try it that way because of this fear of like getting ridiculed. But no, like if you just take it into like, yeah, I'm gonna get this done, and then put some money in your mouth. Like, okay, you gotta go with that.
Yeah, basically.
And now you're working with like HBO, Apple TV, and a few other like really big name companies. You had a moment where you realized like, oh wow, I'm really in this industry, and like, what was that? Explain how that moment was.
To be completely honest, no, because this is gonna sound funny, but that's not as important to me as me being a YouTuber with like 20 million subscribers. Like I'm only at 14K right now. I could be working as the director CEO of WWE and I'll still not be happy because I'm not a YouTuber with 20 million subscribers. Like I want YouTube. I really just want YouTube. Like if I can like me being with all these companies and stuff while I was on set, I was like, this is cool, but I only cared because I used it to film YouTube vlogs of me on set with these companies. But if I wasn't I'm not here to be a filmmaker and go to set. I'm here to make content. And because I can make content on set with these companies, now I care. But if I didn't, I would just be like, it's another day in the office. Like that's basically how it was. Yeah.
Okay, that's a different way to think about it. But it's also great that making it that way, because now you see like you're never gonna be satisfied, because you content. You want to keep improving, and that's great. Like,
Yeah.
when you have something, they always want to teach. You always want to learn from that, and always improve. So that you can look back and say, here's how much stuff I've learned and overcome in the past.
Yep. And there is kind of like another like more industry version answer as well, because like even if you get a project doesn't mean you're locked in forever, because projects end. So even if I get a 6-month project with this company, I might not have another one until 3 years from now. So it's like, right. So it's like, even if I do meet them, it's like, well, it's cool for now. But then 6 months later, now what? Right. So.
For listeners, some people who love drones and don't know where to start finding connections, what is the very first step that
Network wherever you can do it at. You can do it from social media is the biggest place. First of all, you have to be on social media. Every young person or person in general who doesn't want to be on social media, you can't succeed in this business if you're not on social media. That's just plain and simple. You're not succeeding. So social media, make a presence, make a profile, show people your face and your name. Those are the first two things. Everyone needs to know what your face looks like. Everyone needs to know the name associated with that face. Then from there, you just need to do something that is you. What do people know you for? If you want to be known as the camera guy or the photographer, the videographer, or the YouTuber or the public speaker or the editor, then make that your whole identity. People need to, anytime someone looks at you, oh, there's Darius the filmmaker, there's Darius the director. Like, cool. Like, that's the only thing they need to know you for. Like, they don't need to ask questions. They should already know you. Number two, go outside. Going outside is the best way because it's cool to like. Yes. Like they need to go outside, go meet people, go to functions, go to events, go to different sets. A lot of people care about money, me included, but sometimes you need to do stuff for free. Like it was a time this year actually. I was on a net before I started filming Guilty Conscience. I was on a networking tour where for like I started filming Guilty Conscience in the summer, so like July, and I finished in December. But for the first half of 2025 was just me on everybody's set. Some people I was getting paid to be there. Some people there was an extra acting. Some people I was there filming for free. Like even Miguel, that's how I met Miguel. I just was like, I agreed to be an extra, and then I started talking to him and started filming for him. And then we got locked in. I met Miguel, Reese, Richard, and got them on my set to help film and stuff. And now I'm here with you on the podcast. So it's like, I just see it like this. Wherever you go and introduce yourself to people, network yourself, express yourself, and then somebody there will lead to somebody else. Like, I didn't know I was going to be meeting you on this podcast or even meeting Reese. But by me meeting Miguel, that happened, and then that happened. So that's just how it works. Just go outside, meet people, and get on social media, post yourself. That's the best way to do it.
Even if you're not that social person, get out there, have someone help you. Like, yeah, I know. Drew has a really good podcast. Like, he loves talking about people.
Right.
Like, really great film. You gotta talk to this guy.
Right.
I think that helps a lot, and that's what a lot of people. It stops a lot of people sometimes from true blessings. Because the more you have true blessings like that, the more you just go, yeah, I have more opportunities now, so I don't care if I mess up one opportunity, I have 10 more.
Yep.
And I'm gonna be great at all of them. So it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
So as we're gonna wrap up real quick, have some lightning round questions. So it's gonna be mostly around what we talked about, but just maybe something random.
Okay.
Favorite anime.
Okay. How you know I like anime? How you know that?
Just I saw the aura. I saw the sorry guy.
Tight.
What
Okay.
is one film that makes you fall in love with cinematography?
Definitely my favorite film ever is The Matrix. The Matrix is a beautiful film. It's cinematic. For 1997 or 99, whatever year it was, the CGI that they put into that film, even though it looks CGI, but they did it so smooth and seamlessly that it's like, it's just clean. The color grading, that green tint every time they go in the Matrix, and then it looks normal when they come out, that's clean. Like everything about it is just beautiful. And then other movies, I like anime more, so I'm trying to think with live action. There's stuff like Planet of the Apes is really good CGI. I like a lot of CGI movies like Planet of the Apes, the Transformers series, the Matrix, the Marvel movies, all that type of stuff, Avengers, stuff like that.
Very good CGI movies.
Yeah.
I've seen some bad ones, bad like series. I'm like,
Yeah. Wow. Terrible. Yeah.
Terrible. What is more faster, editing all night or waking up at like 5 a.m.?
What's faster?
Yeah.
Well, I would say editing because I got really nice at editing. so I've
Editing is a hassle sometimes.
it's you have to know what to edit and how to do it though, how to do it effectively. So a lot of the videos that I edit nowadays, I've intentionally filmed easy to make videos, and I also don't even really watch them while I'm editing. I just know anytime my mouth is closed or there's a silence, I just look at the sound bar and I just cut out that. And I literally just cut out everything that's not talking, then I put it together. Now that that's done, I just look at what I'm actually saying. I'm like, and this was a bad take, and I'm just talking in circles, and I just delete that. Now I have something very condensed and easy, and I just throw effects on it and some captions, and there we are. It's easy. And plus, I have an editor now, so he makes stuff easy for me too. So it's like, I figured, yeah. Mm-hmm. I was saying, like I figured out the whole the editing issue is no longer a thing I worry about anymore. That's like, I do some quick stuff, send it to him, do the long stuff, I piece it all together, boom, easy.
What would if you had to choose, if there was a director that was knock at your door, who would that be that you would just drop everything?
Rest his soul, Akira Toriyama. Dragon Ball Z, Akira Toriyama, for sure. For sure. If he knocked on my door, I don't even care if he pays me. I'm working. I don't care. I'm working. I'd say comical, but I say it's comedy, but mixed with good plots. Like, I have good narratives, and I can make them funny. So yeah, I say comical narratives. I guess that'd be the main thing.
Final thing, the dream project you want to create before you hit like 40.
My very own anime. Honestly, that's something I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna give you a secret right now. After Guilty Conscience, I'm making a short film. It's gonna be like, you ever seen Baki or King and Ashura? And
I love that. Yeah.
I'm making a King and Ashura live action type of the film. That's next. Yes, that's next. Yep. And then right after that, an anime. That's the next big project. I feel like, yeah, it's gonna be good because remember I told you every year I want to do something different. I haven't. Anime has always been the end goal. It's just I don't know how to animate. It takes a long time. I have live action people here, and it's more resources. That's why I do live action. But now that I'm how I am now, anime.
Well, definitely excited to see that anime project come to. Definitely excited to see that anime project come to fruition. We love to see more work of what you do after Guilty Conscience. Darius, thank you so much for being on this episode. Where can people find you and learn more about